Welcome back to Chapman News. I'm Adam Herbets.
And I'm Mor Albalak.
And we're now joined by Councilman Denis Bilodeau. Great to have you here. And
thank you for having me.
I'm glad we're having this little chat. So, you're one of 5 Orange City Council members, but also a policy advisor to Sean Nelson, as Chief of Staff. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, my boss, Sean Nelson's the chairman of the Board of Supervisors.
All right, that's great. So one of the things we want to ask you, we have the State of the City address coming up on March 6th, I believe. What can we expect for that?
Well, we're in the throes of planning our 125th anniversary of the city since its incorporation. We're actually going to have a big party on April the 6th, which is a Saturday, down in the plaza from 11 to about 2:30 p.m. We're going to have marching bands, food, entertainment, all kinds of fun stuff. So that's probably going to be the highlight of the year.
And on a slightly different note, it's no secret that Orange has become more and more of a college town. That's a good thing, right?
Absolutely, it's a good thing. It's great for the economy of Orange to have Chapman University here.
Now, speaking of the big party coming up in the plaza, a lot of parties going on in houses around Orange. You were one of the only council members that voted against the new stricter rules against cracking down on these parties with Orange PD. What can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I did lose that vote on a 4-to-1 vote. Essentially now, the city, if you have a party in your home or a gathering in your home, and the police are called and it's considered to be loud or unruly, the city can actually issue you a $150 misdemeanor fine on the spot. I thought that was way overreaching, and I couldn't support that. It's a tough issue, though. You know, we have a lot of long-time residents in the Old Town area, and now we have a lot of rental units where Chapman students live. And I guess I think I'm the youngest on the city council and was in college not so long ago. I went to UC Irvine, and I certainly had a lot of parties at my house, I'll tell you. And actually had the police come a time or two. But so maybe I'm a little more sympathetic, but the thing that I don't think my colleagues understand is that a rule like that has to apply to everyone across the city. And if I'm going to have a party at my home for my 7-year-old, and they have a squirt gun fight and they're loud and unruly, well, does that mean I'm going to be guilty of a misdemeanor? Under the law, it is. And their response has been that, well, the police will use their discretion. But I believe that laws should be applied to everyone equally, and there shouldn't be much discretion. And I guess that's where the conflict comes in.
How does City Council balance representing the traditional older side of Orange versus the new college younger side?
Well, we actually have 2 of our council members actually residents in Old Town and live very close to the university. Mm-hmm. I think all 5 of the council members, including myself, have the university's best interest at heart. Certainly the growth of the university has caused a lot of focus on it at City Hall in terms of, well, we don't want the university to buy up all the old homes and bulldoze them or things like that, because we are in a national historic district, and so that the homes that are on the National Register need to be preserved and maintained, and the university's been a great partner in helping us maintain that.
Definitely.
All right, now over the past 2 weeks, on a little bit of a more serious note, there's been shootings, killing sprees throughout Orange County, 2 of them just in the last 2 weeks. What has been the response from the city? Are people nervous? Are they scared about the security of the city?
Well, I think that the most recent one with the young man that killed himself at the intersection of Catella and Wanda, which is actually right by my home, that was obviously an isolated incident. We haven't had much input at City Hall in terms of residents calling or anything, but it's certainly something that we all have to consider. And I know that Supervisor Todd Spitzer, who actually represents the City of Orange on the Board of Supervisors, he's going to have a sort of a summit on violence and why all the violence recently, because there's been several murders, obviously, in the past 2 weeks in Orange County.
All right, well, we thank you for everything that you do, and thank you for joining us. That's Councilman Denis Bilodeau. You can find him at all the Orange City Council meetings on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of each month.